So obviously, it's been a really long time since I have loaded up a video here, and as you can see, I've changed quite a bit. Um, I've struggled with a lot of mental issues, and yeah, I got scammed on a bunch of money. Actually, it was mom's money because uh, I was so down, so I would almost take my life. And I did as I did last time. I bought a dog, and I told the breeder that I need a um, working dog, a Doberman, of course. And I mean, okay, I got a puppy. It was 4 months old, but it didn't have any interest in doing anything else but eating my cat. And I mean, literally eat my cat. I had to force up his jaw and drag my cat out of his jaw. Hadn't I been home at the time, yes, my cat would be dinner and no longer alive. So I got a place that in I'm sorry. I placed him in another home. Another thing that I didn't could have him is was that he was not interested in doing anything. I mean anything, not even work. He worked. I mean not even 2 houses. And then he began whining and doesn't want to work. And I worked, worked and worked. And he was super aggressive against other dogs and hadn't been raised in a home environment that I was promised he would be. So when I went to the vet to have an evaluation for my insurance company, so I could insure him, they told me that he has inflammation in his gums all over, and that's probably because he was living in a concrete outside concrete and sand environment, surrounded by a steel fence, like a prison. Yeah, uh, he he was from Serbia. Uh, he was imported illegally, um, so I had to tell him he was from Hungary. Um, Otherwise, had to be much more expensive and stuff. I don't know where to begin. I sunk into a deep depression after that because that freaking dog cost me over 20,000 Swedish crowns, and I don't know what's that in dollars. I think it's 200 or something. For me, this was employed. It was an extremely lot of money, and my poor mom paid most of it. She's an angel. I wouldn't be here without her. Um, I started searching for another dog, and I I really wanted I wanted a young half adult dog because I wanted to continue my gym, and I wanted to be able to get on to work with the dog and take it on walks and activity and search training and agility and stuff like that right at the beginning. That was my plan. I mean, if you get a puppy, you have to wait a long time before you can do that. And I need my exercise. So, but of course, a puppy is super. Then you have to the ability to make it your own, if you know what I mean. So I was up for a puppy too. I could sacrifice that. Yeah, I could sacrifice that for, it's about, I don't know, about 4 months you can take it for small walks, and you can definitely take it for mental training. I mean, you can do mental training at the backyard and in your home, so that's not a problem. But so I imported another one from a breeder that I originally gonna bought. I originally gonna buy a puppy from, but um, the female didn't got in heat in time. This was an emergency for me. I was in such a bad state. Um, I was told that she would get in heat in June, um, but she didn't, and I waited and waited and waited. In August, I got in touch with the other breeder, the one who ripped me off. Uh, According to that, I want to tell you, when I would place the other dog for adoption, usually when you do that, you get a large sum of money. I wouldn't expect 20,000, but I mean 10,000. If you look at the placing, they almost every breed that the place, they got 20,000 Swedish crown. They got 10,000, 20, 15, and stuff like that. I was in a hurry because of the cat incident. I didn't want to lose my cat. And I couldn't have this dog who, first of all, he wasn't potty trained at all. And that's because he lived outside. I have lied about that. So, I mean, if it was a small puppy, that's fine. I can agree with that. That's normal. I have never had an accident with a small puppy because I can read them exceptionally well. But this dog that haven't lived in a home environment, he did it. He didn't tell when he was ready to go. He just went. He I mean, this is crazy. He pooped and ate at the same time. What kind of dog poops in a feeding area? And he peed too. That's crazy. No healthy dog does that. Not even in wild. I mean, that's considered poison. He was the family I placed him with. As I said, it was an emergency, and the family was a millionaire. Do you know what I got for the dog? 1,000 Swedish crowns, $100, and he was a millionaire. He bragged about it. I had no other choice. That it was a brother to a friend of mine, so I could check up on him. They had a lot of land and they lived in countryside, so Axel, the dog, has a lot of space to run around in. But aggression towards other dogs, they hadn't worked on it. As far as I know, he is very aggressive and had to place all the other animals, different families, because he wanted to eat them all. Yeah, that's how kind of bad it was. The dog I have now, I was also promised, I said I need a working dog. I got approximately 1.5-year-old dog, and that's nice and all that. The breeder said, he's castrated. Do you mind? I thought, No, I don't mind that. What I didn't know was that the previous owners castrated him right when they got him. They destroyed that dog. So his capability of learning is down the hill. He's super tall. It's impossible, almost impossible, to build muscle on him. And he needs mental training, but he has so difficult to learn stuff. And with my mental state, I mean, I love Dobermans because they are so easy learning. They're so smart. They're the fifth smartest dog in the world. But this dog, it's a very hard time learning. And that makes me feel not so good. I'm struggling because he's very nice. I love him to death. But he seems depressed. And he's fearful. I told the owner, the one thing I can't deal with is fearful dogs. I have no experience how to train a fearful dog. I'm soft, and when he came to me, he was afraid of anything. So I guess that the previous owners had beat him up because he was afraid when I sneezed, when I raised my hand. I mean, I could pick out something out of my pocket. He got afraid of that. He was afraid of stairs. He still is afraid of enclosed environments. His feeding space is very tiny and enclosed, kind of claustrophobic. I don't have any other choice than have it there because my apartment is so small. It took me a long time to get him there to eat. He was afraid to walk on my wooden floor, so almost the first month, he lived in the sofa. When we came in, he jumped right up, he ran over the wooden floor and jumped up the sofa, and he stayed there. He wouldn't go down to his own bed because then he have to walk on the wooden floor, and I have to. It was impossible to lure him down with candy. I have to drag him down when we went out. So I'm struggling a lot now. I need a working dog. I will not give up Vito for adoption. I love him too much. He's super cute and super nice. But this castration that happened way too early has destroyed his brain. He's fearful. He has anxiety. I have anxiety. He's scared of. He gets very anxious about high noises and when we go downtown. And my autism, yeah, I'm the same. So that gets him even worse. I need a calm, confident, strong male who needed work, and the last dog I had was exactly that. But he's no longer alive, so I don't know what to do. I'm speechless. I hardly get down to training anymore. I reach out to the doctors. My bipolar disorder is present again. It has been dormant for so long. I don't have my manic episode. I just have my super, super deep depressions that it comes on so quickly. On my way up now, I'm almost at the top. I'm super depressed. Man, I don't know how to do this. I don't want to pill myself. I look awful. Um, I I have had a super bad relapse for a long time now with food and sugar that I shouldn't eat. I've gained a lot of weight, lost a lot of muscle, and Vito seems to be depressed to be a single dog. He has lived with other dogs all his life. The poor dog is so um, subdued, submissive, um, and in a puppy stage that he pees like he sits down and pees like a female, like a puppy. Not even like a puppy because they don't sit all the way down. They just bent the legs a little bit. But Vito pees like a female dog. He sits all the way down. I confronted the breeder about that, and he just said that, oh, he's been living with two very dominant males, so this will stop. I know right away that no, that's not true. I got, once again, just because I want um, standing ears and dog tail, I got this. I will never import the dog again. I regret this so much. I did it because dogs at the East are in general healthier, and on top of that, I wanted cropped ears and dog tail. So, but I will never do this mistake again. I mean, this breeder has a good reputation. Have I bought a puppy from him? His female got in heat right after I bought this other dog. But when I talked to breeder a lot, he said that he had teenage dog, if you call it that he got back because it told that the family had a family tragedy. So that's not true. They left the dog back because he had such amount of fears and anxiety. I, with no knowledge, had been able to fix a lot of the problems, but I can't fix that he's not a working dog. He's not. He's too hard to learn. I don't know how to learn him stuff. We try. He's learning slowly, and yeah. But he will never be the dog that I need. So I will be forever depressed. Now I'm very late. I haven't eaten for about 5, 6 hours, and usually I'm at the gym within an hour of eating. Thanks for listening to my almost 20-minute rant. I will try to include Vito and my cat Lily. She is not happy about Vito either. Vito plays too rough with her, and she has begun to show signs that she's not happy. She peed in his eating space. I'm going to train some shoulders now. And if you have any tips, please help me. I'm thinking about getting another dog. It's a senior cane corso. Um, I would help. I would like to help senior dogs. Cane corso, I love them, so why not? I'm also thinking about Pharaoh, a Pharaoh hound dog. I don't know if that's English. This most healthy dog there is. Um, I saw the puppies available now, but I think they're super expensive. But I'm gonna contact them as soon as I have, um, as soon as the King Corso guy have said yes or no to me. He says if he said no, then I would contact the puppy. Um, I love puppies. I will sacrifice my gym for that. So yeah, that's all for now. Over 21 minutes in 22, 21 and a half. Goodbye.